Ever get some doubts, wonder why people would buy from, join, follow, watch you when there's all these already successful brands, gurus, personalities out there? Well, I know I felt that way. Both Todd and I did when we first got started online. We didn't have any success to speak of previously, but we took action, but that doubt was there, right? I remember it. I remember taking action, doing what we needed to do, starting to build that audience, but why in the world would they join us? We didn't have any success yet. Why would they buy from us? What we didn't understand then is that there is a huge advantage to being new. We quickly learned about it and started leveraging that advantage as the sales and the signups and everything started coming through for us online. But what I want to help you do is understand that as a newbie, if that's where you are, there is a huge advantage to that. Hey, it's Leah Ray from ToddandLeahRay.com, and I feel your pain. We have been there and we've gotten through it. And I want to teach you how to use the advantage of being new online so you can start making sales and growing your audience. So stick around. Now, one of the main things that you have that someone who's already successful doesn't is that you have the time and the availability to get to know and engage with your audience more. Once you have, say, an email list, like I think our list is like 40,000 people or something right now. Well, that's a lot of people. There's absolutely no way that I know even a fraction of who those people actually are. I haven't been able to engage with them or interact with them personally. So that's a challenge that comes with the more successful you are. But when you're new, you've got that time freedom. You've got that ability that if you're generating a couple leads a day, a handful of leads a day, you can actually reach out, pick up the phone, call people, talk to people, message with them, email with them, whatever, directly. And you're building more of that know, like, and trust factor and more of that rapport. Now, another thing is that the longer you've been doing this, the more success that you've created in your business, the more distance that there is between you and the brand new beginner, right? It becomes harder to relate to people who are just getting started, who are still struggling and are trying to find air and find a way to be successful online. So when you're new, you're much closer to where that brand new person is. Maybe if you're just a couple steps ahead of them. Maybe you're still struggling, you haven't figured it out yet, but hey, you created your YouTube channel or you created your Instagram account, now you got a few followers, right? You've got a little content that you've created. Whatever it is, you're a couple steps ahead of them. You can relate, you understand the thoughts, the fears, the worries, the goals, the things that they're working towards, their dreams, a lot fresher, if you will, than someone who is more successful and further down the road. Plus, they're going to see you as someone much more relatable than someone who's already successful. I know we actually had this happen. We had a Facebook group where we were teaching online marketing, and it's really funny. We had a gal go through the training we were providing in the group and get some results. She generated her very first 10 leads online. Fabulous, right? Big stepping stone for her. In the group, she simply made a post like saying how awesome the training was and she got her first 10 leads. Instead of all the people in the group who had access to the same training from us, who could have asked us about it or actually gone to the training we already provided them, they started asking her, privately messaging her, commenting on the post, everything else, asking her what she was doing. Why? Because she was new, but she had had the breakthrough that they were looking to get. And so she could understand, she could help them make that very first same step. Okay, they saw us as a bit too distant, someone who's a bit more advanced and further away from that, and it was much less relatable. One thing that you have to remember is that people really don't care about you, right? They don't care about your success or what you've done, all this kind of stuff. What they care about is how you can help them, right? It's all about them. If they see you as someone that can help them, that's what's important, and that's what moves them to buy, to follow, to watch, to engage, whatever it is. Right? They have to see you as someone who can help them. The moment that you start doing something that they aren't doing yet, right? There's a shift, right? There's a shift that they begin to see you as some authority figure, right? As having some level of authority over them. So maybe you're sharing helpful information on social media. They're going to start to see you as an authority in that. So, you've got a fitness business, start sharing some fitness tips or quick morning stretches that you can do before you go to work or whatever. They're going to start to see you as an authority there. Maybe you do Facebook Lives and they've never done a Facebook Live. Obviously, they're going to start to see you as at some level of authority in that relationship. Maybe you have your personally branded website. That's awesome. If they don't have that yet, there's definitely a shift. There's a level of authority given to you because you're a step further in the process. Just a few months after we got started online, I called our leads, right? I called every single lead that gave us a phone number when they came in because that's the hustle part of making money quicker when you first get started. I called a lead, and it was really funny. We were just a few months into this, still really figuring it out, and he said that he followed 3 people online two ginormous names. At the time, we were in the network marketing world. It was Ray Higdon and Eric Worre, and us. We were the third. And we're like, oh my gosh, we're like brand new. He doesn't realize that, and he started talking about seeing us on stage with them and all this, and we're like, whoa, right? Whoa. Because it's just, we had that level of authority because we had taken the steps that he hadn't yet taken. Maybe you're on Instagram and you now have reached 2,000 followers on Instagram. You run into someone who has 50, they're going to be impressed, right? You're going to have a level of authority there. Now, all you have to do is to teach people as you learn, right? If you learn to generate your very first lead, teach people. If you learn to lose your first 5 pounds, teach that, right? If you learn to cook your very first all clean homemade scratch meal, teach it. Whatever fits your brand and your audience, as you're learning these things, share it with them and share your journey as you go, right? Share your lessons learned, things that went well, things that didn't go well. You may have heard of Pat Flynn. He is an amazing marketer. Love his stuff. He's made a fortune, right? Doing the same thing. That's how he created his brand, not as the go-to guru, but as someone who was on a journey and was sharing with you the lessons he was learning along the way. So there's a lot you can do with this, guys, but when you are new, use the advantage of being new. Get to really know your audience, engage with them, keep taking the steps that you need to grow, and share with them as you're doing that so that you can build that know, like, and trust factor and you can get sales. I hope you got some value from this. It's helping you shift your mind and understand the advantages that you have as someone who's new online. Make sure to give us a thumbs up if you did. Comment to let us know, share out on social media, and subscribe if you haven't done that yet. We are here to help you out and we greatly appreciate you. Take care.